Hey guys, what's going on? Jesse here at Mavapes Lincoln. I want to talk to you guys today about safety with series mods. Got 3 different series mods here to show you guys. I got the Omega 18650 stacked, the Noisy Cricket hybrid series, and the VCP Piglet box. So first thing with series is you got to know this is not for novice vapors. This isn't for someone who's never built before. Shouldn't be someone's first mech mod. If you've had mech mods before, if you've ran RDAs a lot and you're comfortable with it, and it's something you're interested in, it's definitely something worth looking into, something worth trying. You get a lot of flavor. If you like warm hits, it's definitely for you. And I mean, it hits really hard. One thing to keep in mind whenever you're vaping series mods is you want to make sure you have good batteries with high amps. So either your 35 amp Emrans here or your 35 amp MXJOs are definitely really good batteries for that. And if you're using your batteries you've already had, I recommend getting new batteries, but make sure if you're going to use your old ones that, again, high amps, make sure they're in good shape too. You don't want the metal on the top or bottom to show any rusts or any scratches or anything. You want to make sure that the wraps, there's no breaks in them, there's no holes, no place where it's starting to peel off, because that can get really sketchy really fast in a series mod. And when you're running series, you definitely don't want anything going wrong with your batteries. One thing too is with these is you're going to want to check and clean your threads when you're using them, especially with the Noisy Cricket, because it is an aluminum mod. So with a lot of heat from the batteries, it's going to oxidize faster. So down in here in your threads, right now it's new, it's clean. But after using them for a while, you're going to want to go in there. I used them on mine. I would use a toothbrush, and I would just kind of go back and forth, brushing around and around, so that way there's not going to be any stuff in there. And you definitely want to do that to your hybrid cap too. I would always clean off the connector there on your button, and I would go ahead and give it a nice little brush off on the bottom of your hybrid cap. You also want to look out for juice getting your mod, especially with the hybrid, because there's really no protection from juice getting down in there. So if you ever juice some on your RDA and it starts running down, I definitely take it apart, wipe it down, make sure you don't have anything in your batteries or inside your mod on the connections. Nothing that's going to mess up the connection there. The same goes for these. Not so much as you would with the Noisy Cricket, you have to worry about it getting really dirty on the threads, because these are not aluminum like this one is. But you still want to look at the bottom, maybe brush it off, make sure it's clean, make sure it looks good. Make sure there's no debris or dirt, dust in there. It's gonna cause any issues whenever it fires. And your stack mods are also in series. They're just not side by side, and so they're on top of each other. You're going to be using a higher coil builds than your parallels. So the parallel box you can build pretty low on, because with the parallel box you just get doubles your mAh, you get extra battery life. With these, it doubles your volts. So basically, series multiplies the voltage of your batteries. So 2 batteries at 4.2 volts is going to give you 8.4 volts. And then, so you're going to be running higher wattage. So you take voltage times amps, give you watts. So that's how you can multiply out how many watts this thing's hitting at once you have it built. A good website to check out for your builds and stuff is steam-engine.com. They have tons of information on there about building, about safety with series boxes and all that. One thing too with series is it's recommended that you don't build below a 0.35. Technically, if you have higher amp batteries like the Emrons and the MXJOs, you can build down to 0.3, but to be safe, I would say 0.35, 0.4 is the lowest I would build on these. I know to a lot of you guys who run tube mods or run parallel mods, that sounds like a really high build, but you got to think of how much power these things are pushing. It's going to be heating up really fast. Anything lower than that, your coils stand a chance of melting. So yeah, safety is super important when it comes to vaping on series mods. Want to make sure everything's clean. Want to make sure everything's hitting right. Make sure buttons aren't catching on stuff. Just be aware of your mod. Make sure it's clean. Make sure your batteries aren't messed up. Make sure on your RDAs your screws are screwed down tight all the time, all the way. And especially if you're running a hybrid like this, you want to make sure your 510 pin is long enough to where it'll hit your batteries and be pressing against them. You don't want it just lightly touching, because then it could go wrong. But yeah, good batteries, not too low of a build, keep it clean, and it's a really awesome vape. Alright, thank you guys for watching these videos. I'm going to keep them coming for you guys. I think the next video is going to be about parallel compared to series. So, see you guys soon.